Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to break down something that I've talked about before, but every 6 months or so it pays to repeat this topic because I feel like it's pretty important. And I'm going to talk about what not only to pack, but where to pack it. And what I mean by that is I have basically created a system after years of living over here in Southeast Asia. 1, your wallet. 2, your sling bag. And 3, your carry-on. And then 4, your check-in luggage, if you have a check-in luggage. I prefer not to have check-in luggage, but if you have to go that route, then I'm going to kind of go over all 4 of those and what I carry in each and what you should carry. Stick around for today's video.
Got these plans stuck in my head. Southeast Asia calling me instead. Bangkok nights and Bali shores. Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate.
So the first thing I start off with is just a very small wallet, a front pocket. And by the way, I always have shorts that have a zipper that zip up. Makes it easier if somebody's trying to do bump and grab your wallet. If they have to unzip your pocket, it makes it much more difficult. And this type of wallet here is where the cards don't come out, and you have to push the little button here, and then they pop out, and then they lock back in. All of this stuff, by the way, today will be on my website, GIOINTHEPHILIPPINES. Just click on Geo Travel Essentials. And then in the wallet, I carry 1 debit card, 1 credit card, and I do a 2-phone system. Basically, the way I look at things out here in Southeast Asia, even long-term travel or just basic travel or even living out here, I basically count 1 equals none, 2 equals 1, 3 equals 2, basically. Because you have to imagine the worst, that maybe your card gets eaten by the machine, maybe your wallet gets stolen, maybe you lose your wallet, just whatever. You just always kind of think the worst case scenario and how to protect yourself if that does happen. And recently, actually, I had a friend who only has 1 bank. And this is, if he's watching this, no attack on you, I'm just sharing the story, but he's got 1 bank and his debit card had fraud on it. And so what happened is he had to order a new card. Now they're willing to FedEx it over to him, which is taking about 10 days. But in the meantime, that was the only way he had to access money, to get money out. He doesn't even have a credit card. So not a great system really to work with. So again, in the wallet, 1 credit card, 1 debit card, 1 form of ID, and a small amount of local cash. And then even ID, I don't put in my US driver's license, something that'd be harder to replace. I actually have my Philippines old ACR card, or heck, if you're in the US, if you got a library card with your photo on it, and on your phone, pictures of your passport and your ID and things like that you could show them. That's much better than having all your stuff on you, like a passport or your ID, and then that gets lost and then you're out of luck. Basically, you don't want your entire life in your wallet. And then the second thing that I carry is this PackSafe sling bag. And it locks, it's slash proof, zippers lock, and you can even throw in a lock on top of the locking zippers to even make it more secure. For example, if I wanted to leave my hotel room but I didn't want to bring my passport, my extra credit cards and things, I'd probably put it in there if there wasn't a hotel safe. And then I could wrap it around something, lock the zippers and put it in a lock, and it would be much more secure. But during the day, for me, I carry things like my microphone and my, DJI camera, and I definitely want to protect that. And also, when you're going through airport security, to be able to throw your change, your keys, your wallet, your passport, every phone, everything into this, zip it up, lock the zippers, and then you put it into the bin, and you don't have to worry. Now, in the Philippines, this has happened on several occasions that it's been in the news too, where their version of airport security or TSA, whatever you want to call them, have stolen money from passengers going through like security. So a bag like this ensures that doesn't happen. And then if they want to see inside, well, then you're there and you can open it up and show them whatever's inside. But the sling bag is great. It's also a great way to kind of have it on your side, and they don't even notice when you're bringing it on the plane. So it doesn't even really count as the personal item because they never even notice it, to be honest. But I also, something that you should always bring with when you're traveling, baby wipes. You never know when you go into a bathroom and there's no baby wipes. Or in the Philippines and even Thailand, you get like these single tissue papers sometimes to wipe your face or after you've eaten, and you've literally gone through 10,000. And the baby wipes come in handy for that. And again, the bathroom, you never know. Definitely harder to, the sling bag is definitely harder to pickpocket than like a backpack. But again, I have a pack-safe backpack as well that I travel with. Good for travel days and like daily usage. You know, if you're going to be out all day traveling, then you probably need more than just your wallet. Maybe you're going to put baby wipes, sunscreen, your phone, your earbuds, and maybe a battery charger. You're not going to stuff all that stuff into your pocket. Certainly it's not going to fit into a wallet. And it just makes life a lot easier. And the one thing I always recommend is use a travel-friendly card. Now, honestly, I don't really even use my bank debit card overseas. I may make one withdrawal a month, and I usually use my Wise because I don't like to subject my U.S. bank to a chance of it getting skimmed or somebody fraud. It's much harder to fight fraud or get your money back from your bank card because they can take out your actual funds. So I prefer to use a credit card. So again, a travel-friendly credit card is the way to go. Plus I get cash back, and then I just pay the bill off each month. No foreign transaction fees on the one that I use. Good exchange rates, and it's got backup protection. And I can put it on my Apple Pay, so I don't even have to pull the physical card out of my wallet. It's also going to work with like Google Wallet as well. Now, I personally use Capital One when I'm overseas. It's just simple. It works everywhere. It's been tested. I've never had an issue whatsoever. I don't need to inform them that I'm traveling overseas. And it just works great for me. So if you want to see the card that I use and possibly get one, there's a link down below, and that's the one that gives you cash back as well. It's the one I've used forever, never had an issue with it, and highly recommend it. Links in the description. I don't use it to take cash out, guys. It's not for that. I use it if a medical emergency, I had to pay a medical bill. I use it for just my daily, my coffees. I'll even use it on groceries because I get like 3% cash back. So that's what I use it for. I don't use it for a cash withdrawal, which is not a great idea on a credit card anyway. Now, what not to carry? Here's an important one, and I think a lot of people mess this up. Passport for daily use. You don't need that. Don't carry your passport on you physically. Keep that locked up in your hotel room, in a hotel safe, or in your pack safe bag or something locked in the hotel room. Just have a digital copy on your phone, or even just a paper copy as well. And you want to include the entry stamp into the country. You want a picture or a photocopy of that as well. Do not put all your cards or your forms of identification in one wallet as well. Do not carry large amounts of cash. There's no need for that. And backup documents, you don't need all of that stuff on your person as well. If you lose your wallet or your sling bag and everything's in there, your trip is going to take a downward spiral pretty quickly. I'm set up so where if somebody stole my sling bag, somebody stole my wallet while I'm out, I'd go back home. I would have a backup credit card. I'd have a backup debit card. I have a backup phone. I have basically backup everything. And nothing really would change in my life. It'd be a little annoying, frustrating, I'd be a little, pissed, but my life would continue and until I would work on replacing that stuff. But my life, it wouldn't disrupt my life whatsoever. Now, for a carry-on bag, I only travel with the carry-on bag. I just assume I'll just, if I need a few things, I'll buy a few things, or I'll just be washing clothes on a weekly basis, not a problem. But this is your second layer. This is your survival kit, basically. And if your checked bag disappears, this is what's going to keep you going. So must have. You definitely keep your passport, of course, in your sling bag or on your carry-on. Wallet and backup card. Again, that all goes into my sling bag. That way it's easy to go through security. I don't need to empty my pockets or anything. It's all there. Phone plus charging cord plus power bank. Medications and 2 to 3 days worth of clothes. Basic toiletries and electronics like your laptop and camera and things like that. The way I look at it is anything you can't afford to lose should be in your carry-on or your sling bag. Now, your checked bag, of course, again, I don't do a checked bag, but if you're moving out here to Southeast Asia, then you got no choice. I travel out here with a check-in bag as well and one carry-on. That's where you're going to put your clothes, your shoes, bulk items, liquids, toiletries, but this is your lowest priority layer. Now, what you never put in a checked bag, of course, is your passport, electronics, wallet, medications. Never put that stuff into checked-in luggage. Now, a lot of this stuff is common knowledge, but I'm just sharing it again anyway. If losing anything would ruin your trip, then it does not belong in your checked luggage. So I think this is the mindset that most travelers miss, and that is the 3-layer system. On you is your wallet and your sling bag with daily essentials. Carry-on is your survival backup. Checked bag is replaceable items. So the way I look at it is you're not just packing, you're managing risk. So I think travel gets a lot easier when you start to think like this 3-layer system, the way I do it. So if something gets lost, stolen, or delayed, you're still fine. And that is the goal. So guys, if you want my full travel setup, including the sling bag, the backpack, even the check-in bag that I use, and all the gear that I bring with, including electronics, then check out my website, GIOINTHEGO.net, and click on Gio's Travel Essentials, and you'll get all the gear that I personally use here and that I highly recommend. And that's not only for moving overseas, but that's for traveling long-term or even short-term. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate. Gio, let's go before it's too late. Time keeps slipping away from us. Keep living like this. Away from us, away from us. Gio, let's go.